God blesses with even gifts and different talents because we're all unique, but they're useless. I would just say, well, this is just part of it. This is what I have to go through because it's in the books. In the story of Kelly, because I'm a believer that not all plans are gonna turn out the way that we want them to. I remember a few years ago, I had a thought, and this was maybe about a year or two after I had kind of stepped away from being a Christian. I remember being told that my story was written long before I was even born, or everything that's happening in my life is part of the plan and that there's a bigger plan. But when I look back at that time, I was like, well, if that's the belief system then, if that's what's believed within that system, was it always in the plan for me to not identify as a Christian? And if so, does that mean I never was really one? And I just had all sorts of questions just about my life in general. And what it came down to for me was like, all right, well, overall, is everything that happens in our life destined for us? Or is what we experience through our own determination and plans and based on whatever we choose to do in our life? I still go back and forth with it, honestly, because I am a believer that not all plans are gonna turn out the way that we want them to. That's just life. Does that mean that it doesn't turn out the way we want it to because there were other plans? I honestly don't know. If you asked me this 5 or 6 years ago, I'd say, yeah, that means it's not in the plans for you, or it's not in the plans for me. Or if I'm going through something hard, like when I was going through those health issues, and tough times on the court, going through issues in the marriage I was in, or having trouble trying to be a father, whatever it might be, I would just say, well, this is just part of it. This is what I have to go through because it's in the books. In the story of Kelly, this is what I have to go through. So I would accept different things in my life that honestly I wouldn't accept now. Just because I feel like in life there are just some things that you can control, there's some things that you can't. One of the big differences between me and then, like I said, is the stuff that I could control that went wrong, wasn't the way that I wanted it to be. I would just accept it, like this is my destiny. Whereas now it's like, no, I'm trying to control whatever is in my power to control. And I look at my career overall. I've retired twice before already in the past 15 years for different reasons. But if I would have accepted things the way they were, even back when I didn't think I would make it into the PBA, I wouldn't be here. If I didn't try to control the things that I could control, if people hadn't stepped in and taken some control and did the things that needed to be done for me to be here, I just wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this long career. I wouldn't have the type of career that I've had. God blesses with opportunities, I believe. God blesses with even gifts and different talents because we're all unique, but they're useless if we don't put them into practice, if we don't use them. And the different gifts that we have can be used for different things. It doesn't have to be one avenue. I could have done anything. I could have chosen football, baseball. I could have chosen just to be book smart, but I didn't. I just didn't. I chose basketball. It was what I enjoyed growing up for different reasons. I really liked my coaches, not all of them, but the coaches that I liked and I respected were the ones that I saw as father figures. So that's really what kept me in basketball. I'm sure I could have found the same sort of connections with my coaches in any other sport. Maybe even my boss if I decided to go the working route. I say all that to say the undeniable destiny side is what we're built with, right? We're all unique. We're built with different tendencies, characteristics, gifts, and talents that make us who we are. But how far we go in life depends upon how we use the different characteristics and the different gifts and talents. Like I said, I'm not where I'm at just because I let life happen. I just let life unfold. I'm at where I'm at because I put in some work. I didn't accept certain things in my life that I didn't agree with. I didn't just accept it. If I can change it, if I can make adjustments and still go towards my goals, then that's what I did. And I'm sure it's the same way for you if you really look back and really look at your life. There are certain things in your life you wouldn't have experienced if you hadn't put any effort towards it. I don't know, what do you think? Do you believe it's more on whatever happens, even if you put in work, life, it's about your fate. Whatever happens in your life is destined for you before you even thought about it or were even thought of? Or do you think it's based on your determination? I'm curious to know. It's something that I ask myself often when certain things happen in my life. The past year, like I said, I retired for the second time and was really just trying to dissect myself and figure out what's happening and how can I accept certain things and still move on, just for my own peace of mind and growth. Not from an angry standpoint or a bitterness. I could accept it if, this is just basketball's over with or relationship stuff or whatever. I can accept it if that's the way it's just supposed to go. Sometimes that's just how life is, right? I look at stuff and I'm like, well, that's just how life goes. You accept it that way and you move on and clear your heart, clear your mind, forgive who you need to forgive yourself, and go forward. So that's it. I just wanted to throw that out there, make you think a little, and I wanted to know what you think as far as destiny and determination go when it comes to success or growth in life in general. These types of segments I want to try to do, not so many cuts or graphics. Just sit down and we'll talk. And I'm really curious to see, in situations like this, I'm curious to see what you think. Agree, disagree, I'm open to all of that. Moving forward, these are going to be questions and thoughts that I have, and I have many of them. But I'm curious to know what you think, because I'm always open to healthy discussions. I'm not much of a debater. If you have a different point of view and you're set on that, that's great. I don't like trying to convince people the way I see life or the way I think. You do you, I'll do me, and that's all great. That's the beauty of life. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. Let me know what you think. I really want to know your side. And let me know of other type of talks you want to have like this, because I got a lot of crazy things going on inside of here that you may want to know about. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you again soon. All right, have an amazing day.